Pixel Piece update 1 is tomorrow, and this is very important because, as you know, Pixel Piece does not have a lot of content going through it right now, but there are a lot of things that are most likely going to be added to the game until tomorrow's update, so we're going to actually go through all of them. First, we have 4 new fruits that actually might be added. Now, I'm not too sure if they're going to add all 4, but most likely they will. Now, we do know about 2 of them, the hacked Tori and Smoke. There's no way Tori and Smoke don't get added because they were basically already in the game. We've already seen Tori's half form and full form around from the hackers, and even before that when testers were showing gameplay of Tori. And we've seen Smoke and some of its abilities within the game as well. But there are also 2 other fruits that may or may not be added. Now, one of them is Pika. The last time we saw Pika, only Pika Flight was implemented into the game, and this is during testing phase. We don't know how far it's gone since then because they haven't showed any sneaks on Pika. And the other one is Paw. Now, I'm pretty sure Paw will be added because they have actually put a gameplay showcase out of Paw, so there's no way Paw isn't going to be added during update 1. For sure, we'll be seeing Paw implemented into the game tomorrow. We've seen all its abilities. They literally uploaded a combat sneak of Paw, so we do know it is most likely completely finished at this point. Now we have new weapons, new bosses, and new hairstyles. So new customization options. Now for the weapons, there is a sword. It looks like Zoro's sword. I'm not too sure which one, but we do see a sword in the sneaks here. But the sword does look really good. I do want to see how PvP fares with it, how the weapon scales, because we do know scaling is starting to get higher and weapon damage is starting to get higher. One thing I do want to know is if they're going to increase the level cap, because right now the level cap is 200. Will they increase the level cap? That's a very good question. Along with the new weapons, we're going to get Arlong's sword as well, Kirabachi. Now obviously that means we're going to get an Arlong boss, because Arlong is currently not implemented into the game, but we can actually go to Arlong Island, which is pretty weird, pretty funny. So we're finally going to be able to grind for Kirabachi. Along with new bosses, there is a Sea Serpent / Sea Beast sort of thing that's going to be added tomorrow as well. And in the sneak it says, will it be stronger than Gorilla? Find out in update 1. I'm genuinely curious to see how this is going to fare, and it looks like something that we're going to be fighting in the sea, which we haven't actually seen too much of. Are we going to be able to fight it in the water? Are we going to need a ship in order to fight it, or is it going to come to an island and we can fight it on the island? Very, very curious to see how this one fares out. This looks like an interesting boss fight, so if it goes as well as I think it will in my head, props up to the World Up team for implementing an interesting boss into the game. Super curious as to what you're going to get for defeating this boss or sea beast, because it does look like a sea beast, but it looks like a wild serpent as well. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And then with the new customization options, I think they just added new hairstyles, which is good because I feel like there wasn't a lot in the first place. So that's a nice feature that is added, that's going to be added into the game. And that's not all. Don't worry, that is not all. Now, during update 0.5, which was yesterday or Wednesday, it was on Wednesday. Yeah, that was yesterday. They finally added the rest of the race passive and race ability. They finally added the race passives, and they added a new race, and they added Oni. Now, Oni, if you don't know, is Kaido / Yamato's race, but for some reason you can only use 3 different skin colors. I'm not too sure why that is. They should actually change that, because Yamato isn't red, black, or green. We should be able to change the skin colors as we please for that. It shouldn't be locked behind any skin wall. So for the race buffs, humans get extra stamina, extra health regen, and the ability to evolve into a cyborg, which is going to be coming either update 2 or update 3. And then for Skypians, you're able to glide from heights, which I don't really see the use for, because there are no areas in the game that, you know, there is excessive amount of lands, or you're going to be using gliding to enhance your gameplay experience. Because at least with GPO, you know, Skypia, you could jump off and glide down, but there's no islands, there's no gameplay features where gliding is going to be useful. So Skypians, you may as well try switch your race. You're better off being a human than a Skypean at that point. But you gain extra 20, you gain an extra stamina and you gain extra health and increased agility. Again, you may as well come off with Skypean. It's not that great. Then Fishman, increased swimming speed, Fishman karate, and 1 times free EXP gain. Now I haven't seen the swimming speed, but hopefully it's significant. I do know they're changing the swimming animation as of update 1 as well, so hopefully Fishman is more viable within the next update. And Fishman seems like probably one of the best race to change to, because you gain extra EXP from it. Then Mink, you have a plus 100 stamina, increased physical strength, and electro combat, which is coming soon. I don't know if this is going to come during update 1 or not, but Fishman is getting Fishman karate, and we have seen sneaks of that. Again, don't know if it's coming during update 1, but it might, because we've been seeing sneaks on the Discord server of Fishman karate. And then Oni, you gain physical strength, damage resistance, extra haki EXP gain, extra health, and the ability to evolve into Elder Oni, which is coming soon. So again, Skypean is probably the worst race in the game at this point. So if you have Skypean, again, you may as well change off of Skypean and try anything is better than Skypean. Human is better, Fishman is better, Mink is better, and Oni is most definitely better. Get off of Skypean. Genuinely, chat. Also, very important, Marines, Pirates, and Bounty Hunters will be included in Update 1's push. Now, what this means is that you can choose your faction. And you really do need to be careful when you're choosing these factions, because once you become a Marine, a Pirate, or a Bounty Hunter, your PvP is forever going to be enabled. So if you don't want to PvP, you're better off staying as a civilian. If you don't join any of these factions, you're not going to be forced into it, so you can stay as a normal person and your PvP will still be toggleable. But if you choose one of these factions, you'll forever have your PvP mode enabled, so you do want to be careful with that. But yeah, no, I do want to say props to the Pixel Piece development team. They have been fixing bugs and implementing new features actually quite fast. The game is still new, the game has just come out, and they're already fixing all the issues that were with the game. They're actually working at a steady pace. You can't hate that. As well as that, remember, you're able to get Yoru as of update 1. So every week the 1v1s reset and the top 3 people on the 1v1 table get Yoru. And if you remember last week on the game release, they said this week won't count. So everybody that's been grinding 1v1s, you've genuinely been wasting your time, because you're not getting the Yoru reward at the end of this week. So as of update 1 to next week is when you guys should be putting in the work. Me personally, Pixel Pieces PvP isn't for me, so am I gonna grind for the Yoru? Probably not. But for those of you that are grinding, good luck. You're going to need it, because if you go to sleep and wake up, you're gonna not even be on the leaderboard anymore. But yeah, that's about it for the update 1 changes for Pixel Piece. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow, because we will be streaming Pixel Piece then. Peace.